Hello, my name is Susan Hayes, the Positive Economist, and this is another video in the series called InvestingInYouth.com, Introducing Wall Street to the Classroom. Today I suggest an activity which involves a mock interview. There are 3 different jobs, and you can divide your class among interviewers and interviewees, and let each person decide which type of job that they would like to apply for or to interview for. So the first job in this series would be the discretionary account manager. Now what a person like this would do is they would take responsibility for private clients' money. Now there is a very high degree of responsibility in this job as they are paid to make money for their clients. So in this particular job they would have to look after 3 different people's stocks. Experience is crucial. It would be a very stressful job, as I mentioned, because there is a high degree of responsibility. The contract is for 1 year and the pay is €250,000. Now the second job is very different. It's a tied financial advisor, which is a person who goes out on the road and meets people to encourage them to invest in their particular company's products. So these might be pension funds, or it might be different type of investment funds. Now they would need no experience for this job, and it would be simply a sales role, and all training would be provided in the job itself. There would be flexible hours, they would need good communication skills, and also the contract would be for longer, i.e. 3 years. The pay starts off at a flat rate of €25,000, but the person would get 20% of all fees brought in, up to an unlimited basis. Now the ETF fund manager. This is a person who has an administration or an office job. It would be very busy and fast moving. So the hours would be from 8 AM to 5:30 PM, and the contract is 18 months for a pay of €40,000. Now what an ETF is an exchange traded fund. This is a fund that simply tracks an index. Now remember, we went through what an index was before, like the S&P 500 or the FTSE 100. So what the person would do is they would have to get all the administration around this fund. So as I mentioned, it would be very fast moving and busy. Now what I would invite the interviewers to do at this point is to figure out what type of questions that they would like to ask. For example, what experience do you have? What qualifications do you have? Why do you want this job, or why should we give it to you? Now obviously both people would have to make up their own CVs. When I say both, I mean the interviewer would have to make up the CVs that they would ideally like, and the interviewee would have to make up the CV that they would actually ideally have at that point. And also there is another message in this, in that you can see the breadth of careers that are available in the financial services industry, and it gives your students a chance to think about what attributes of a job that they would like to see. This is Susan Hayes, the Positive Economist, at www.investinginyouth.com.